Why men's work? The weapon was on the desk. He had found out she was cheating. And he couldn't take it anymore, so he called me. I don't know if it was to say goodbye. I don't know if it was to get permission. I don't know if it was to get talked down. It doesn't matter. He called me. That was a request for help. And we talked. And we changed the situation, right? Today's a serious conversation. It's something heavy. But it's something that weighs on me sometimes. Because men get this idea that we're supposed to suffer in silence, or we're not supposed to share our burden because every man is struggling with something, and if we share, then somehow we're going to weigh them down. And I want to say that categorically, that is crap. That is not true. I am here to support men, to encourage men, to train men, to teach men, to shape and mold men. Because I know what it's like to feel alone, to feel like no one can help, to feel like I don't deserve it. And I had people pour into me. Whatever you've got going on, dudes, I want to know. I want to be there. Because the only burden that you will ever create is in a pine box before your time, taking your own life. That is the only burden. Anything you have to share, anything you're struggling with, anything weighing you down, you are not alone. I'll jump in the hole with you if I have to. But thankfully I don't. I'm out of that. And I have resources and tools and tactics and strategies and all sorts of things. So I want to share with you a real life situation that happened. A guy that called, and I don't know, he wanted to say goodbye. He wanted to say this is it. He wanted permission. He wanted someone to understand what I'm doing. Because he found out his wife was cheating on him while he was at work. With the next door neighbor. In his bed. He's out providing for her, providing for their children, and she's getting her needs met without him. For whatever reason, there's no justification. There's no way to make that okay. And it was with the next door neighbor. A guy he had trusted. A guy that he had invited over to help fix things in the house. A guy that he had had a beer with while the kids were in the backyard playing. A guy that he had invited into his own home had taken it to an extra extreme. And he felt violated. He felt betrayed. He felt unloved, unwanted, useless. And he felt like the most reasonable thing he could do was take a permanent exit. The weapon was on the desk. He was former military. This is a man who is an action taker. He does not hesitate. And if she doesn't want him, then fine. And I dived in with him. Let's talk about that, dude. You have time. You don't have to make that decision right this second. And we unpacked part of his childhood, part of the things he struggled with. And I found his leverage point. And it was this. And I offer this to you. Hopefully it helps you. But his leverage point was this. I said, dude, if you take this permanent exit, then from this point forward, she is the only person who gets to define your legacy. She's the only one who gets to define who you were as a man to your sons. Because you can't say anything different. You're not there. You took a permanent exit. You gave up. So anything negative she wants to say, any way that she wants to drag you through the mud, she frickin' can, because you gave her the keys. But if you're still alive, you can ruin her story. Because she could say whatever she wants about you, and you're just bebopping along, being your best self, growing and changing and adapting. I mean, dude, we started working together for a reason. It wasn't for this, but now this has shown up. Let's utilize this. Let's work on this. And that was his leverage point. Because he did not want to leave his sons with only her influence. He said, not on my watch. And I said, well then, soldier, you have to stay and serve the rest of your mission. And now we're a year later. He's in a better relationship than he ever thought was possible. The 5 to Thrive is a brilliant tool. Is why I teach it. That's why I utilize it. But he now has an amazing relationship with a woman who loves, respects, and admires him. And it motivates him to show up as his best self for himself and for his sons. And his relationship with their mom, it has its moments. But he refuses to give her any power in his heart or in his mind. And she sure as hell does not have control of his body. So guys, if you are struggling, if you are overwhelmed or overloaded, if you are feeling like you're lost in the woods with nowhere to turn, buried up to your neck or beyond, then please reach out, right? Get a hold of me. Easiest way is just go to www.leadlikeaking.com/book-now. You can reach out to me in Messenger. You can reach out to me by any means necessary. I will make time for you. I will talk to you. Tell me what's going on. You make it a fantastic day. Keep fighting the fight. Do not roll over and do not give up. If you are still alive, you still have another option. You still have another choice. You still have another chance. And I believe together we can make something amazing happen for you.